Hello there, it's Ted Peregrine 4 here, or Jacob, um, with another episode of Crash Landing, which is a ton of fun. I've really been enjoying it. Haven't died, so... Wait, what episode did I say it was? It's episode 4. Pretty sure. Pretty sure it's episode 4. I think I said 3. So, been a couple of changes. Got my tree farm here, which I haven't harvested in a little while. I need to soon, though, because I'm starting to get low on water. This is my last water bottle, and I only have a little bit of dirt. I mean, 20 dirt, that's a fair bit, but I'd like more. I've got farm over here, which I have been harvesting periodically. Being able to harvest plants just by right-clicking on them and not having to replant is one of my favorite features. This still hasn't grown. I don't know what's up with that. I've gotten a ton of apples from this tree. I'm not entirely sure, like I didn't count before, but I think that like the apple places it can grow is steadily expanding, so not entirely sure, but so if we look at the quest book here, we actually have 2 new quest lines open, but I completed everything except for these 2 missions, which I currently don't have access to because as a prerequisite of this one, which I have no idea how to make these currently. I need rubber and I don't know how to make these. But for the blending ores, I've got the blends, and now I just need to make Invar shears and a hardened portable tank, which means I need 6 ingots of Invar to do so, because as a quest reward I got this portable tank. So pretty much I just need to upgrade this and then make Invar shears, which are a lot more durable than iron shears. So yeah. And I have put a ton of gravel through the sieve here, trying to get more nickel, and I've gotten 4 the entire time. And I've put near a stack, which considering it's a 9% drop rate for nickel through that, I should have gotten a lot more, but whatever. I need to finish. I actually need to tear the rest of the ship down. I intend on building my own structure very soon. I'm not entirely sure out of what. I imagine mostly cobblestone. I have a cobblestone generator here that, although fairly slow, it does work. It gets the job done. And I have it just right next to this. I figure if I'm gonna have something that generates a lot of heat, might as well put it with the other stuff that generates a lot of heat. So yeah, I'm getting low on water. Let me go ahead and take half this and there we go. Should keep me going for a little bit longer. Yeah, I've gotten quite far, but it is time. I've gotten pretty far with this, but I just need more time to finish it. I've got 2 more quest lines here open. I will start by looking at under pressure. So, I need to make TNT, which I have already gathered sand for. Now I just need to grab the gunpowder. This has been sifting. I'll go ahead and throw this in there. Yeah, so I know nothing about pneumatic craft, which is what this section of questline is entirely about. It's pretty much just Mattercraft. So, got TNT. Second step. What's the first step? Oh, getting iron. The third step is to dig a hole, drop iron in it, place the TNT next to the iron, ignite the TNT, and then stand back. When the smoke clears, you see you now have some compressed iron. Okay. So, how much iron do I have? Fair bit. Okay. And that gives me 16 iron, so that's quite a lot. I still haven't died. I have steady power now to keep this going, which I believe this is enough for a couple more lives. It's built up between this and this. I think that's probably 2 or 3. So, doing quite well in that aspect, but I need to empty my inventory a little bit. There we go. Good enough. Iron. Okay. So it says to do 8. I'm not going to bother with more. And to ignite it, I'm just going to use a button. So where to do this? Then I'll come over to this little mountain thing over here. I'm still avoiding running, despite the fact that I have pretty steady food and water. Running still inadvisable. Okay, so let's take that and there we go. Hopefully that's right. I may have just lost 8 iron. Okay. Lost 2. Need 8. Did it land somewhere else, or is some of it just lost? I wonder if it addresses that in the book. Oh, you just need 1 ingot. Why did I say 8? Oh, because it tells you to... Oh, okay. So... now let me go back to the base. Those apples are really damn red. I'll come back when I'm back to the base. Alright, here I am, back at base, and it tells me to make a pressure tube. Which gives me a bunch of good stuff, so... pressure tube, glass, and 2 compressed steel. Okay, done. Air compressor. Alright. Where is that? That's a regulator, air compressor, furnace, bunch of steel, and a tube. Guess who has very little cobble? Most of the cobble I have, I've been converting to gravel. Come on. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now done. And pressure gauge, lightning plant seeds, or reward bag. What does that take? Oh, that's really cheap. Lightning plant. Which I don't, what are those good for though? Okay. Huh. Wonder how hard that will be to get. Or how useful it'll be. All that stuff is Mine Factory Reloaded. Ooh, that might be important. And that's the only way I can make a capacitor. Which again, don't know how important that'll be, but I mean, if it tells me to pick one, I'm sure it's easy enough to get. I mean, if that's so easy. And I have no idea what's in the reward bag, so. Oh, a bunch of seeds. Let me go plant these. This is good. This means I can really diversify my food sources. I mean, right now I've got a few things, but, you know, nothing too diverse. I need to grow these and, like, get a good source of them going. What I want at some point is a really nice big farm with plenty of room for all sorts of crops. So that's my goal. Alright, now what do I do? Putting pressure to work. Okay. So $25. Simply build a 3x3 cube, leaving the very center block open. The pressure chamber valve must connect to the air block in the middle. Why does it say I need 25? Because a 3x3 cube is 20. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, so pressure chamber wall, window, valve, interface. So, okay. 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 Well, That is inconvenient. That tells me I need a lot more iron. Okay. Well, it will be a while until I have collected enough for all this. So, but first, I want to do a little bit of science. So this is Tinker's construct, right? So in theory, this should double my ores. I should get 4 ingots from that. Again, it's a strong should, not will. I am getting pretty low on water. Go ahead and throw this in. That should be nice and molten now. That did not double my ores. Not at all. Well. Anyway, I will be back when I have more. So, I think there was another survivor, and they took the ship. With all the stuff on it, so I'm just kidding. I tore down the ship and I've built this. That cobblestone generator, I made a transfer node. Ran it along here, and I have infinite cobblestone. That's actually really fast to produce. Like kind of ridiculously fast. Like the fastest form of cobblestone production that I know of. Like, give it just a second. It already had that stack generated. Now everything else it makes is new. Now, because of how far away I am, there is a delay on when it actually puts stuff in here. But you can see it's pretty rapidly feeding cobblestone into it, and that's what the majority of the stuff is. So I moved this thing over here, just like grinding. Have this set to smelt. This is my food chest here. I've started setting up the stuff I'm going to need for pneumaticraft, which again, I still know nothing about. However, I am figuring out. As for water, I have this here. I don't think I can suck water out of these. Yeah, no. The reason that's there is, because what I have is I have it so, um, pretty much, it's sucking the water out of these leaves. Occasionally those leaves produce saplings, and have it so it feeds the saplings back through to here, so it can suck the water out of those too, just to give it a little bit of boosted efficiency. But yeah, pretty much I just have unlimited water constantly waiting for me at this point. Every now and then I do have to go ahead and harvest a ton of leaves, but not very frequently. So, just looking at the quest book, I am more or less at the end of what I can do without weird. But anyway, and this, all I have left is to do this quest and this one, which is where I have to kill a bunch of mobs. Like, I need to kill 40 skeletons, 25 spiders, 20 creepers, and 10 endermen. And that gives me a spammer launcher, which is just a rocket launcher. And then I can get the stuff, which is pretty good. And then this, I had to get into Pneumaticraft quite far, and it'll unlock this stuff here. For salvage operation, I did all of this stuff, which I'm not sure why it says I have 2 of these. Probably should make another one though. Golden bag of holding, which is great. It's from extra utilities. Needle gun ammo, just basic stuff. And I need to get the stuff from the smeltery. And then under pressure, which is the Pneumaticraft tree questline. I have to get this thing working, which means I need a lot more iron, which I could get through time. However, cities do spawn, and I just need to find the nearest city, and that would really speed up everything. However, I do need to find a way to charge this jetpack, and I need to get food a little bit more stable. I mean, I'm doing fairly well now, but not as well as I would like. So, I mean, that's not super urgent. Oh, and I need to put a roof on this and finish off the glass, which I have the glass to do, in fact. Let's see here. So, I've come quite far. I think what I am going to do is actually make a backup of my world. Like, I don't... Well, first of all, if I do die, I have the, I have sync set up to where I get an extra life. This is right here. I actually did die a little bit earlier. I don't remember what killed me, but it was my first death. Damn it. It was my first death on this map. And died. I think what happened is like a spider crawled over here and killed me, so I definitely need a roof on this. I actually tried, since these are armor plating blocks, I tried to see if I could use these as a sort of vessel for converting iron into compressed iron through TNT. Turns out that despite the fact that that stuff is supposed to be armor plating, it is still very destructible, so didn't work out the way I had hoped, but what can you do? But anyway, next episode I will probably go to, I will try to find a city so I can get a jump start towards the rest of these things I have to do. So until then, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Real quick though, this finally grew. I was not going to bone meal it, partially because I was just curious if it would ever grow, and it did. So anyway, next time.